Hi everyone. I'm back today with day 11 of Diamine's Inkvent Calendar for 2024. Obviously the black edition, it's right over here. 11 is my lucky number, my favorite number, and the 11th of December. It also would have been the 106th birthday of my favorite writer, Alexander Isayevich Solzhenitsyn, who is also one of my heroes. I just cannot put into words like everything he means to me, how he has influenced my life, influenced my own writing. One of the greatest regrets of my life is that I never wrote him a letter, and all the years our lifetimes overlapped to tell him just how very, very, very much he means to me, and how he, changed my life, influenced my writing, reawakened my Russophilia, just like so many awesome things. I genuinely believed he would make it to at least 100, just despite all those people who abused him and tried to shut him up. And sadly, he passed 4 months before even his 90th birthday. But given all he went through, like 89 was a miracle. But anyway, let's just start opening a number 11. And also, I have to put this disclaimer: if you're going to open up your calendar and do the swatches and stuff early and put all that on social media, at least have the decency and the courtesy to keep the spoilers for people who are old fashioned. They're waiting to the day till the day of to be surprised, and they don't want to matter of factly stumble across something they had no idea they were supposed to avoid because, oh hey, it's the swatch and it's the name and it's the description and the color. I'm making no effort to hide it. Oh, sucks to be you. You should have stayed off of social media. It's not my responsibility to do spoilers. It's your responsibility to just stay off of the computer completely until you've opened the whole calendar. But anyway, let's just start opening number 11. Hopefully it won't be too hard to open it. Okay, this tab is a little bit harder to push down on than usual. Wow, this is really stuck there. Finally, it's starting to go. Let's see. Okay, there. Oh, and it's red. This grotto. Oh, it's kind of like a reddish orange color. That should be interesting. I do like both red and orange. Is this a extreme sheen? That's interesting. We'll find out together what exactly that means. I'm very familiar with sheening inks, but I've never heard of extreme sheen, so that's going to be really eye-poppingly in your face, red or orange, or reddish orange or orangish red. I'll find out when I swatch. So that's a very, very vibrant red with obviously the orange undertones. This looks really good so far. I'm really liking it. I do love the color red and the color orange. I've gotten a lot more into red inks this year. I have a couple of reds from Diamine, which I really like. Strawberry red and poppy red. They're kind of like a true vibrant red, which I was really looking for. There's obviously nothing wrong with more, I guess, mature or muted reds, which have more of, I guess, more of a brownish or a darker undertone, a sour cherry type of color, or the cherry Danish from Monteverdi's Sweet Life, which has become a favorite recently. But I also really love the true reds, bright, vibrant, like you would find in an old fashioned, or the kind of like the ballpoint red pen, or just something like that, because that's really what I think of when I think of red. Not, oh, it looks more brownish or muted or toned down on the page. I want eye-poppingly bright red, and I see that definitely there's an orange sheen in here as well. That looks nice, and obviously when it dries up I will see the full extent of the sheen, but so far I'm really, really enjoying this. This is a great color. The extreme sheen is a total winner so far. This is really, really awesome, and I see a little bit of a goldish looking thing as it dries. Maybe that's part of the sheen too, so that's really going to be fun. And obviously do the writing sample with the dip pen. Since this doesn't have any shimmer particles, I don't have to constantly cap it up and shake it around and stuff like that to keep the shimmer going through. I can just dip and dip and dip, because it's basically a standard ink, only it has some not some extreme sheening in it. So this is going to make it kind of hard to maneuver this little dip pen. It's much smaller than my other two dip pens. This is called Grotto. Oh, it's going down nice and red with the commingled with orange. That's looking really good so far. I know, I realize I'm forgetting to put Diamine Inkvent on the swatches. I'm just putting the names. Obviously, I'm going to get around to that later. This is like really very nice. Looks, yeah, and I'm starting to see more of the orangish color as it's starting to dry up near the bottom. That looks like obviously the sheening part, and I am definitely starting to see the gold as well. That looks really, really good. Kind of like Cranberry from last week. That looked really bright, vibrant cranberry colored reddish pink as it went down, but it dried with like extreme like goldy green sheen on top, leaving almost no red in some people's swatches. So this is like a really fun color, and I'm obviously going to see how it writes out in a longer sample. But you know, so far it looks like the gold is the sheen, like when the orange and pink, it's just like a lovely blend altogether. So there's the full writing sample. It's a lovely red color to write with, and I can see it on the swatch. I'll show you guys in a moment. It's drying to kind of like a goldy sheen, which is really cool. It's not really doing that so much yet on this, but obviously a lot depends on the type of paper you're using and the nib size and such like that. But I really do like the way it goes down red, and obviously sheening inks are always, oh, not always, but like almost always, in my opinion, they're really good. I love the little surprise of a little second color poking through, and like depending on, like obviously this is extreme sheen, how much sheen is in it. It could like almost look like a chameleon, an entirely different color by the time it's done drying, or even while you're writing, it's like starting to turn into another color. That's really interesting, but I really do like this shade of red. It's really pretty. Looks like kind of like a true red, and this is the swatch I wrote in tiny print off to the side because there was enough rum this today, because like grotto is a very short word. To Diamine Inkvent 2024 day 11, and you can kind of see, I know the light isn't the best, but it is definitely looking like very, very gold, particularly in the writing of the name of the ink, and down towards the bottom. I guess you can see it a little bit more, and up at the top when it's kind of like separating at the thick part, there's a little bit of a thin part right up here. Here you can kind of see the different color effects, and it is taking a lot of time to dry in the thickest parts when I lay down the most ink. But this is a really cool like orange and red and like goldish together, and even kind of like a goldish green effect. You can't really see it like so much in this light, but I'm definitely seeing the goldish green effect off towards the sides of the swatch. So this is definitely a winner. I would definitely possibly get an entire bottle of this. This is a really yet another winner, and on my like favorite number, my lucky number 11. Like none of these inks have disappointed me so far, and even the lemon and lime ink on day 7, that wasn't like so much I didn't like the color so much as like it just wouldn't really work in any of the nib sizes I currently have. I would need to use that in a paintbrush, or like a triple, quadruple broad nib, something like that, for it to, you know, really showcase to its fullest like extent and ability, and like look actually like readable on the page. So thank you very much for watching all the way through to the end, and I will see you guys again tomorrow for day 12 of Inkvent. Bye.